Hello, everyone. Are we live? Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to let everyone jump onto the live. How is everyone doing today? It is such an honor and privilege to be here with you on this journey. As we sit here and settle into the energy of unity consciousness, where perhaps like me, because we are all rooted inherently in the unity of all, you have been feeling the energy of the collective, perhaps aware of it, perhaps not so much. But because we all come from one source, what we face within ourselves, we face and transmute on behalf of all. What we face within ourselves, we transmute on behalf of all. That is the law of unity. That is the evidence of the light that you are dwelling in every heart. And that is what we are here to explore today. Now, as an addition to this, I just want to extend an invitation to you to sign up for the upcoming healing event titled Entering the Light. This is the vibration we will be exploring. And it will be a deeply healing and transformative experience. The registration is on my website. So I invite you to come. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be awesome. But as we sit here, let's consider a very important aspect of our spiritual journey that I think that gets very often overlooked and misused. And that is the recognition of oneness within us as a part of a whole. Because the way usually oneness is approached is by a bunch of people walking around and saying that we are all one. Excuse me. Saying that we are all one. But oneness is not a belief. Oneness is the only reality in existence. And whether you believe that you are one with all, or you have no idea what oneness is, you are equally part of the oneness of light, the unity of light that connects all hearts, no matter their agendas or how they choose to, or what they choose to embody throughout time and space. And so how can we welcome the light of unity in our experiences so we can feel oneness on an experiential and emotional level rather than just an idea or a belief? How can we remember the unity of the light so it can be felt on a day-to-day basis? The way to remember the unity of light is to simply conceive of the notion, of the suggestion that no matter what you seek or desire, no matter the object of your focus and attention, you are already one with it. In other words, you cannot desire what you already are. You cannot desire well-being unless you already are well-being. You cannot desire safety unless on some level you already are the safety that you seek. You cannot desire abundance unless on some level you already are the abundance that you desire. You cannot desire healing unless on some level you already are the heal wholeness of your consciousness. And so we are on a journey of becoming that what we already are. And of course, paradoxically, you cannot become what you are. You can only remember that it's always been so. And so we are allowing the remembrance of the unity that we are with everything that we could ever imagine or desire to be or to dawn within our awareness. And so in the name of moving into unity consciousness, please say this healing mantra out loud with me. May I remember that I am the love that I seek. May I remember that I am the abundance that I desire. May I remember that I am the wholeness and healing that I work towards. May I remember that I am the light that I wish to embody. May I remember that I am the success that I try to work so hard for. May I remember that I am the resolution to all conflicts and dilemmas that I seek or that others seek. And the more I remember, the more of those creations and experiences I can feel within my awareness. And so it is. May we remember the light that we are. Because at this point in history, given what has been happening within the collective on a larger scale, it's as if the collective path towards remembering the light that we are has radically accelerated. And that is exactly why so many of us have been thrown into very intense, oftentimes rather tumultuous, spiritual and healing journeys. We are on a healing journey because we are healing and awakening on behalf of an entire civilization. We are on a healing journey because through the unity within you and within all hearts, love will be remembered as the only reality in existence. And the way to get there is by first seeing all the imbalances that have been running us on an individual and collective level. And so it is through seeing all the imbalances within us and seeing all the imbalances within others or the collective at large that we get to reconcile with our own light that has been untouched and unaffected by any of it, that has simply been holding space for the process of unraveling that was bound to happen and to be actualized to completion. On divine timing, according to the perfection of the divine plan. And so it is by divine appointment that you are here, that we have met, that you are watching this video. It is by divine appointment that you are on a healing journey. It is by divine appointment that you are awakening in a rather accelerated fashion. It is by divine appointment that you are ready to receive new versions of reality and deeper relief within your experience. All of that happens by divine appointment, simply because of the law of unity, the law of love. May everything that I transmute within myself be liberated from the collective, and may through that declaration the unity that I am, have always been, and shall always be remembered as the only source of all phenomena, of all relief, of all healing. And there could be many reasons why we believe that healing happens. Perhaps you are under the impression that a certain modality, perhaps a certain therapeutic process, perhaps a certain spiritual practice, or even a certain spiritual teacher has led you to a moment of healing where you felt some sort of relief or transmutation happening within you. And certainly that can be our experience. In reality, any healing that happens is by divine appointment, because it was simply our time to heal. And it was the divine plan utilizing a modality or an experience or a relationship or an encounter to create the healing within you. So it can happen in the exact moment that it did. And this can free us from trying so hard to heal, to work on ourselves, as if we were supposed to be somehow to be perfected into a version of ourselves only the perfectionist within us imagines to be. What we instead have the opportunity to do is to simply connect with the light of unity and to allow the light of unity to do all the healing on your own behalf. It doesn't mean you can't do spiritual practices. It doesn't mean you can't do therapeutic modalities. It doesn't mean you can't care for your body and for your healing journey. It doesn't mean you have to abandon your journey towards healing and wholeness. It simply means that any healing that you do will be done as a way of supporting your journey of remembrance back towards the light of unity that you were born of. Because if it was something we could work hard towards, that would mean that it's something either impermanent or something that can be achieved through effort as a reward for working hard. And then the lack of it would be perceived as a punishment. But what if nothing in this world was actually a punishment? Not even our harshest moments of neglect, pain, and trauma. What if all those experiences were simple steps we take towards the remembrance of the light that we are? And that is why we say, may I remember the light that I am, not may I achieve the light that I am, or whatever the spiritual ego really would like to do. May I remember the light that I am. Not may I meditate myself into the light that I am. Not may I push myself into the light that I am. May I remember the glory of divine perfection. It's all a journey of remembrance. It's not wrong to feel separate from the light, because that is simply one of the milestones on the journey. It's equally not wrong to feel one with the light without needing to prove something to yourself or need to earn it in any way at all. It's not wrong to fear punishment and to chase after rewards. But it's also not wrong to remember the punishment is but a dream. You are dreaming within the kingdom of your own light that exists beyond duality, positives or negatives, beyond ups and downs, beyond any and all karmic patterns. And the more we enter the remembrance of our own unity of the light, or with the light, the more all karmic patterns receive the permission to dissolve back into the light that you are. And so, maybe say this as another healing mantra. Please try saying this out loud with me. May I allow all karmic patterns to be surrendered in the name of remembering the light that I am. May I allow all karmic patterns to be surrendered in the name of remembering the light that I am. Where even the word karma doesn't have to be a form of reward and punishment, but simply an energetic momentum that we are destined to heal, resolve, transform, transmute, and return back into the light through a process of divine alchemy. Divine alchemy that doesn't ask you to work hard. Divine alchemy that simply says, please remember the divinity that you are, and I will bow to you and surrender as the master that you are. And we can make the transition from a spiritual student into a spiritual master, because a student is someone who works hard to earn their way into enlightenment, realization, or healing. A spiritual master is someone who simply embraces the remembrance of divinity in every breath. Spiritual masters don't work on themselves. Spiritual masters invoke the divine. And you can be a spiritual student forever if you are in the mindset of constantly working on yourself with an undying effort. And you can, in any moment in time, to choose to transition into a different, higher timeline of being a spiritual master that simply invokes the realization and remembrance of the divinity that you are, have always been, and shall always be, by saying, may I remember the light that I am. And you can even say this in response to anything that arises within you or throughout. You have a negative thought, and you say, may I remember the light that I am. You have a negative emotion, and you say, may I remember the light that I am. You have an experience of discomfort or pain, and we say, may I remember the light that I am. And what we find is that whatever phenomena in your experience, when met with this invocation, stops acting as a distraction for your remembrance of unity and love. And once it's no longer distracting you from the remembrance of divinity, it receives the full and absolute permission to dissolve and transmute. And so if you want to accelerate your healing journey, simply say, as a response to anything within you or to even events happening on the outside, when you see conflict, when you see people projecting their pain on you or anyone else, when you see anything in the world that invokes a sense of unease within you, may I remember the light that I am. The light that I am that knows no opposites. May I remember the light that I am. May I remember the light that I am. And even as a deeper invitation, if you want to deepen this, you can say, thank you for reminding me the light that I am. Or thank you for reminding me of the light that I am. Thank you for reminding me of the light that I am. For even painful and uncomfortable sensations, experiences, emotions are an agent of divinity on your path towards remembrance. That will occur on a frequent basis as a reminder to invoke the light that you are in response to anything and everything around you and within you. May I remember the light that I am. Now, if you'd like to deepen the remembrance of your own light, I again want to invite you, please join me on October 22nd for a deep, transformational, and healing event, Entering the Light. It will be a deep dive into knowing ourselves as the light rather than as a person who is trying to work hard towards being something that on the deepest level they already are and have always been, because we simply don't have time for that. We and the world has been through far too much to continue living in a disempowered way. And so the remembrance of the light can be an entry point into our deepest empowerment. Excuse me. The registration is on my website in the event section. Registration by donation. No one will be turned away. If you can't afford to donate, you are welcomed just as you are. And I look forward to seeing you there. Because we all deserve to live in a way that is liberated from the endless turmoil of the forgetfulness that we've all been enchanted by. It is time to heal. It is time to awaken. It is time to remember, just as you are, the love that you have always been and shall always be, no matter how one or separate you feel from it. I'll leave a registration link in the comment section, and I'll see you there. Thank you for reminding me of the light that I am, as we come here to remember the light that we are. Sending you infinite amounts, blessings of love. Namaste.